So thank you for joining me for day 3 of this series of talks. So I've been talking about my journey towards completing the big step of faith by putting my trust in a bungee cord. Last time we talked about gathering evidence and how about building trust, and how I went on my kind of reconnaissance mission as I gathered information. I was encouraged to move along the process towards the actual jump because of what I learned. Remember how I was able to watch those people and the different stages of the process, and as they continued to display fear, yet they kept moving down the line. And finally, I seen the reaction of those who actually took the leap. It was very encouraging. I wonder if you worked out where you are in the process as to coming to faith in Christ. Have you maybe no time for God? Have you just began to notice Him? Have you become curious about Him? Have you realised how much of a sinner you are, and now you want to know how He can help you? Or have you maybe just started to gather the evidence? Or are you actually ready to take action and committing your life to Him because of what you have learned and the information that you have gathered? For me and my bungee challenge, this is it. The day has arrived, and I make my way to the site, and there's so many feelings of apprehension, yet with I have a determination that I'm going to go for it. I had it all thought through, and I've watched all those jumps. I was determined that I was just going to give everything. I had watched quite a few people to get to the edge, and they stalled, and maybe some would even come back down the crane, and just the real look of disappointment that was on their faces was something that I was determined not to experience. So they were so close, yet they were so far away from experiencing this happiness and this joy. There are also others who did go over, but was more of a reluctant flop as they, some of them even reached back to try and grab their cage again. And these looked terrible to me. These jumps looked terrible to me. In my mind, they still had to endure the fall and the fear anyway. So they might as well have given everything. So it was with a determination to give everything, and with as much preparation as was possible. That was it. I had paid my money. I had my weight recorded and written on the back of my hand. I endured the anxious wait as I sat on that bench and had my feet strapped together. And then after every jump, we slid up the bench towards the end, and I found myself actually maybe reassuring the others, more nervous jumpers as we went. Probably because of the preparation I'd been in, and I was prepared and I knew what I was going for. So I was able to reassure others. Finally, I was asked to bounce across to the cage, feet tied together, and I had to bounce over, jump up and down to get to the cage. And as the gate closed, I tried to make small talk with the fella in the cage, the guy who was doing the bungee, and I've said to him, I love your job. I love a job like yours, just in the sunshine every day, and meeting all these different people. And I kind of got a feeling that he'd heard this quite a few times before, because he quickly says to me, well, it has its ups and downs. And I managed a kind of a nervous laugh, and as the crane started to take us up, I enjoyed actually the amazing view of the Cypriot coastline, and as the people below became smaller and smaller, and I was actually quite happy standing there admiring the view. So when I was asked to stand up and make my way to the gate, I just took my time actually and savoured the moments. Now I was on the edge, my toes wiggling, looking down, 200 feet up, sea below me, people really tiny below me, and this was it. My human nature kicked in, and everything inside me was telling me, don't do it. My natural self was just fighting against doing this fear that come in. And this is maybe symbolic of where you're at in the process of salvation. You're maybe on the edge. You've maybe been on the edge for some time. You're saying, yes, I'm going to do it, but just not yet. And the fear and the doubts are so strong that you say to yourself, well, I could never keep it. You don't want to go out and make some big announcement, that I became a Christian and I'm saved, because and you understand that you'll let it down. And you're right. You are right. But if you can remind yourself of the evidence, the Bible assures us that it's God that keeps us. When you jump off a cage 200 feet up, you're not relying on yourself. You don't have what it takes to make that fall and survive. You can't fly. No, you're actually trusting in that bungee cord to keep you. And it's the same with salvation. You're not trusting in your own performance. You're trusting in Christ and what He's done. And that is the difference. Can you trust God? Have you evidence that he's reliable? Yes. Your faith is not in yourself, it's in the God who created you. He's trustworthy. He has proven himself time and time again in the lives of many people you know, and a lot of people you maybe don't know. If you're in the edge, take your eyes off yourself and put them on God. Throw yourself in his mercy. Fight against that natural fear and jump. Not a foolish jump without a bungee, without something that you trust, but a jump with trust in Christ. So as I'm standing in the edge there, my toes are wiggling, my stomach's full of butterflies, the doubts are raging, what's going to happen? Well, there's one more day to go, so you can tune in tomorrow and find out, did I do it?